Righto, so we've done all that work with the back bumper. Now, what do we do with the front one? So traditionally these XCs, the bumpers are quite wide and they stick out past the body line. And I've done a couple before where I've modified the brackets once I've cut the bumper, but this time I've decided to do it a bit different. So what I've done is I've cut the bumper through the middle, and I've taken 16 millimeters out. So I've cut it twice, taken the 16 mil piece out, tacked it back together, and then I've been messing around trying to get it to now fit where I wanted it to fit. And when I say messing around, I decided that I'd cut the bolts off the back of the bumper where they mount onto the bracket, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then once I had that off, I was able just to use some plastic spacers to sit underneath the bumper onto the bracket so I could get it sitting where I wanted. And one of the issues with these is the bumpers don't really fit true to the grille. Now the grille that's sitting there now is a new old stock grille that I picked up a couple of years ago now, and I've put that in now, but it's even got a little bit of a curve in here that I'm probably have to take out with a little bit of heat. But, you know, everything's 40 years, 50 years old. So this car had quite a lot of modifications on it because it had a big hit on this corner, and these brackets had been bronzed on and they were too high. So I've cut those off so that I can now mount them on, because I want this grille to sit in place without any tension on it, so that when I get all of the gaps correct and I put my brackets back on, the bracket's not going to pull it out of shape. But back to the bumper, the issue then is now to get the bumper to fit to the body, which I've got all still set up doing my body work, and also to the bottom edge of the grille, and then on the outside edges not sticking out too far. So where I'm up to now is I've got some of those bolts welded back in, and I'm going to show you how I've done that. And I'm now able to space the bumper this way with the two bolts that are on the back of the bumper. So at the moment I've just got the standard spacers on it, sitting pretty good. In around here, once I've finished and I've got it all bolted up, because this bolt's not done up yet, I'll go around and mark this back edge and make sure I've got an equal gap all the way around both sides. But I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. I'm probably going to leave these in. I don't dislike, they'll be painted, but I don't dislike a little bit of character in things. You know, if you smooth it out too much, sometimes I think you just lose a bit of the character. So what I'm going to do is I'll take this back off now. I'll grab another standard bumper and put them side to side, show you what I've done, and then I'll show you how I'm putting the bolts back into the bumper. Righto, so I've got the two bumpers now, so the one we're using and then one just for demonstration purposes. So the issue is when you shorten the bumper, all of these bolts here move in towards the middle, and then when you put your bracket on, nothing lines up. So the option is you've either got to start grinding out the back of your bracket, and I've found in the past you run out of room because this one's quite tight down the bottom. And then this corner, because I'm going to also put a bit more angle on the bumper, this corner here comes in, and where this bracket comes onto the corner here, you run out of room. So when we did Boss XC, for instance, we used the standard bracket out here and we put a round tube in here like an XY because I thought it looked nicer, but I'm not fussed on this one, so I'm just running with the standard one. It's funny what you run into though. So I grabbed a standard bracket that I haven't done anything with, and I brought it out of the container and I had a look and I thought, it's different, but it's an XC one. And I brought it out because I just wanted to show you what I had to do out on the end here. But something I never knew was that at some point, Ford changed the XC bumper. So originally, this part of the bracket was shaped like that, and the slot for the jack was on the opposite side, it was here. So this bumper is a later model, and the slot for the jack has been moved over to the other side, so when this bracket sits on, it's got a slot cut in it here that lines up with that, so the jack actually was lifting the car off of the bracket. Now I never knew that, so what I've done is I've used an early model bumper with a late model bracket. Now I don't know what difference that made, and it doesn't matter because I'm cutting everything up anyhow, but I never knew there was different bumpers and different brackets. And then this opening here is 10mm wider on the later one than this one, so probably a little bit more airflow. So I mean, things evolve with the cars, and I would never have known that. So what I wanted to show you now is that to move my bolts, I've just used a 125mm, 1mm steel blade, and I've come in on these on the angle like that from 2 or 3 different angles to cut that off of the bumper so that I end up with something like this. And then we've just put that on the linisher and made it nice and round. So that's that one. And I've done that because I need to weld it back onto the bumper, and to enable me to do that, I've actually drilled a hole that corresponds. So once I had it all on and all my spacers and all in to align it, I've now got that ready to go into there so that I can weld that from the outside and do a plug weld on the outside so it's nice and strong. If I was to put it on there and weld it, I didn't have the confidence that it might stay there because there's a fair bit of tension on them. So that's how I've done that. When I drilled that 1/2 inch hole, I just did it with a battery drill, and I just used, 3 stages to go up. To enable me to do that, I'll just grab those because there's something else that goes with that I think is important. When you go to try and drill these sorts of things, something someone taught me a long time ago was to use some sort of cutting compound, whether it's on a hole saw or a drill. So I've drilled a pilot hole, and then I've gone a bit bigger, and then to the 1/2 inch. And with that cutting paste, it cuts it quite easy. So when we get done filming here, we'll go out the back and I'll weld one of those in. So the idea is I've got my brackets on, I've welded these 2 bolts in, put it all back together, made sure I was correct, and then what I had to do was to take this bracket, because everything's moved, I've now gone in and modified this quite substantially so it'll fit up in behind here with a spacer there and a spacer there, so when my bolt comes through here, and then I'll weld these 2 back together. So it took me a fair bit of messing around and a fair bit of belting to get that, because I've changed the shape of that quite considerably, especially out on this side, to get it to line up, because the bumper's now shorter and all the angles are different, and we're moving it closer to the body. So I talked about 16mm, so that's the bits that come out. So those 2 from here and from here, and then in, and then all of that measuring was done on the car, and we had to elongate some holes and things to get the amount of adjustment, because we're moving the bumper a lot closer than what Ford originally planned it to be. So that's pretty much the whole story with this part of it. What we'll probably do is take it out the back, I'll weld a couple of those bolts in, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I've just sanded these with a little bit of 120, because when I get it on next time I'm going to mark these now so I've got a nice even gap between the body and the bumper. I can grind those up. This will go out to the blasters, and then I can get back onto the bodywork. The reason I decided to do this bumper now is I need to get it done before it goes back in the rotisserie and while all the car's together, because I can't do the alignment in the rotisserie because the rotisserie bolt's on where this bolt's on. So that's why I'm doing it now. So that's just the tack, and now we'll just make sure it looks about the right angle, which it does. And now I'll just fully weld that in. Righto, so I've got all that back together now, so I've put this all together on the car, tacked it together up in there, and then I've pulled it off, plug welded everything, you know, ground up, made everything work. Now I'm just going to put it back on. Hopefully everything stayed where it was meant to be, and I'll start trimming up the ends then to make them fit the body properly. Righto, so that pretty much rounds up all my cutting and shutting and welding and grinding, and the last part was to get this edge here to match the body. So because I'd, you know, shortened it, I had a bit of meat left to be able to work with. But a little trick that I've seen somewhere that I just wanted to show you, if you've got something that you want to try and match to the body, if you get a washer and put your pen in there, or your pencil or your scribe, you can run that around like that and it will copy what you've got. So the different size washer, so the width here will give you the gap you need. So with this one, it'll be a little bit wider gap, and it'll give you the exact distance from one to the other. Sometimes it gets a little bit tight, but it's a really good guide and a way to be able to trim a panel or a bumper or whatever with a nice even gap all the way around. So I marked it like that, then I run some tape around so I wouldn't lose my edge, marked the distance I wanted to get this gap to what I wanted, and now I've got both sides looking the same. Really happy with the way the whole thing's come out. So that'll go out to blast now. I'll get it garnet blasted inside and out, and then I'll get it sanded up and get some epoxy on it and start filling it up like the back one. Righto, now the bumpers are done, so the steel's done. Obviously I've still got a bit of paintwork, but I needed to get them done because the car's got to get off the hoist, get all the machinery out of it, get these last 4 panels rubbed out so I can go back into the rotisserie, and the idea then is I can start working towards primer and paint. That's going to happen over the next couple of months. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, do that for me please. If you've got any questions about what I'm doing or why I'm doing it or a better way to do it, I'm more than happy to correspond through the channel, and click the like button if you're enjoying what you're watching. And once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.